Hello, good afternoon. June 4th, Saturday, 2022. Today I wish to talk about the i3 Windows Manager. I have been using TWM, the most primitive Windows Manager, when I start using Linux, basically Debian, from being a heavy Windows user. That was on and off for many years. And as a heavy Emacs user, I'm really hard to find a good Windows manager because most of them will use a lot of control and alternate key, and that really interrupted with my key binding in Emacs until I discovered i3. I've been using it for 2 days and it really impressed me, and I think that could be the Windows manager that I would use from now on. Now just to show something about, for example, I start a website, and I'll start a browser, a Firefox, then I can switch back to my original Emacs, and I can switch over that. That's very cool. And just to illustrate, I close it, and I open the config file for i3, okay? That basically you can change all the behavior of the Windows Manager according to your own taste. In fact, honestly speaking, I changed a lot, and I will explain the key changes and the reason why. The first change, of course, is the mod key that because it uses a Windows key, and that's really great. Because um, in Windows, I use a lot of the window key, especially the window R, in which I wrote a lot of command line, and of course I can run the command line in Windows using window R. And now it's really a great advantage using the Windows key now in Linux, because normally Windows key are idle, they're not used, and now I can use it as in a window manager. That's really a great convenience that will not interrupt with the key binding in Emacs. I make Emacs sticky. This means no matter where I can have Emacs there, but that's not a main issue. And the bar, i3 itself is a very nice bar. I can show you, and they have a very nice bar there. You can show date and the time, and also the internet and so on. It's very nice. But because I'm a minimalist, for the time being I hide it. Okay. For reloading, just use the mod key. The middle Windows key should see the reload. Whenever I change the config file, I can see them right away, the effect. Now, most user and the default for is like that. The mod return then will have run the terminal, but I changed the mod R because I have a great finger have memory on Windows R when I use the Windows. That I write then I will run the command line. Now in that case, I will retain this habit, and I just Alt and I show the terminal, and for example, I can do whatever. This is the alias I mean updating. Then we'll update. Would that be an update? Okay. I don't wait for it. Go back here, and I write another terminal. I back up. Then I back up the file. And I close it, and I wait for this window. Okay, now yet finished. Go back. Oh, very neat. For changing the focus, okay, then need the tiling. I can change the tile, and then we're using the the VI style. Go here, say yes. Okay, now go back here and that is called a step mode. Using the Windows key, for example, focus down and more J, I can see what's happening in this window. And K, focus up. And I can change the style to tile form, and then I can see here and close, and I'll go back to the single window type. And also can have I can alternate toggle this to horizontal or vertical splitting. Now, because I use a lot of horizontal splitting in Emacs itself to the windows, and of course, if I open I can use the W3 to look at convert a website into text. Then I can copy and paste. Okay, for example, I want to copy a certain line of code. For example, this line. Then I can paste there. Okay. But what happened if I I don't want to be text form. I want a normal form, a Firefox. Okay. Then I can do the same thing. Then it works almost like an Emacs. Okay. Then I can have a Firefox here and a Emacs here. I can use the mouse to shoot, but also I can use the focus light. That is say J, I can move down, I can move up. Okay, if I move down, I can copy some of the code here. For example, I want this code, then I highlight it. No, here, for example. No, you cannot highlight. Sorry. No, I don't know. Maybe not in the focus. Yeah. Oh, no. Anyway. Maybe that's not a right example. We'll go up. No. I don't know. Anyway, that closes. No, I don't know. Look at Firefox. Sample. Oh yes, here. Then again, I don't know. Maybe a news, right? Just any news. No, this news too sensitive. No. Not for today. That's too sensitive. Okay. Then I can copy any content here into back here. Okay. I can copy any content between to and fro between a Firefox and my text editor. Anyway. Okay. And also can use workspace. Suppose that I now that is the Firefox. I can move it to other space. Okay. Then I have two workspace. And I can move back to the original workspace one. Then this is workspace, have nothing here, and I could go back here. It's just like magic. And I close it. Okay. So that is the purpose of workspace. And this line is good. I changed it to modapp tab. It's completely different than the default. Okay. I use the tab because tapping between workspaces must make more sense. And moving the workspace, I think I retain the same keystrokes. Resizing, and also very interesting. Suppose that is the Firefox. I made it into this. Um, okay. I jump to the Firefox and make it a float mode. No, because I used it only for 2 days. I'm not too experienced, but I don't worry. Suppose that okay, that a Firefox, and I make it the float mode. Yeah, that a float mode. Then I can change the size by clicking the border and change the size, right? And that is the float mode. I go back to this mode, and I will close one of them. Now I have two windows, but still I want more size here. For example, oh sorry. Okay, now I want more size in upper windows. How can I do it? Then I go to the resize mode, look at the resize here, then I just use J down, K up. Very neat, right? And I can suppose that is the horizontal splitting. Then go to the resize mode, look at that resize, and I can use L and H for reducing the size. Okay. Okay, that's it. In fact, I use only a very minimal. I'm really a minimalist. I use only the minimal function for the four. You can see the user manual here. There's a lot of possibilities, and you can just read in a very complex way. Can horizontal and then vertical. That is really complicated, but I don't think that I need it. Only normally I have only, for example, that I got an interesting website, then I just open a okay, I go back to the original. I close this Emacs first. Suppose that I only have single windows and I have a website. Oh, there's some interesting thing that I want to copy. Then I would fire up my Emacs. Then I go to this mode. Then I can copy here. And very neat. And I can copy. Okay, I copied here. And that is the only thing that I want. Okay. Now it's not reading too good, then I change the horizontal splitting. Okay, oh good. So in fact, that's the only thing that I want. If it becomes too complicated, suppose that I add one more, what kind of program I want. For example, open uh, yeah, I suppose that in recording, no, I can't find. Anyway, that's it, I think. Okay, that's it because I used only for 2 days, but I think it's really a nice Windows Manager, and I'll continue using it, and I think it suits my taste very much. Before that, I could show my last video on yeah, on the Kodami lesson that I learned, and I run this program. Then it was split, not instead of floating. It's not too good because in that case it's too big size. Then I have to toggle it to float. Then it's okay. This means I have one more keystroke than using TWM. In using TWM, I would run it and immediately I get a float window. But now I will have to um, add one more keystroke to make it floating. But anyway, I think it still doesn't make any difficulties for me. I think it's okay. Okay, that's it for today, and I hope you enjoy my sharing. Have a good one.